Oh shit, Craig.
Greg,
What's up, dude? Good for you to join.
what's up? I like
All right.
Greg.
Craig's
It's like
good. I feel like he brings the whole thing together.
he's like all in your ear. At
Very much so.
least I know he's recording.
Yeah, you just stand over there, Craig. You stand there in the corner.
Oh, Craig isn't saying anything.
Craig, you're so awkward, man. Come on.
No, Craig's our agent. He's not supposed to say too much.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be legally inclined on anything that drops.
You totally, yeah. He's avoiding prosecution at this time.
Yeah, exactly.
So how's it going tonight?
It's going good. It's going good. Just got done watching that Legend movie. Yo. I don't know if I have a problem with movies like this, but it reminds me of Train Spotters. It's one of those movies that like hooks you in and it's like, oh, these shenanigans, this is crazy, this is wild and stuff like that. And then of course, like the fantasy always ends. And they just gotta throw up some dark shit.
Yeah. It's like Scarface. You used to be able to watch it on VHS.
Yeah.
Throw the second tape away.
Yeah.
Like, watch the beginning. It's the
always,
whole come up.
It's always the first hour. Like the first hour is always well and good, and then it just hits that peak. Maybe like the first hour and a half, and it's just like, ooh, okay, now we got to get serious. Darn it.
Yeah, because I love a villain like that
especially
plays.
Gangsters.
Well, yeah, like they play like the Krays, like Legends, the Krays. They played both sides of the fence. They played it like Italians did. They took the neighborhood over. There was security. There was respect. And then there was payment.
Yeah. Everything was well and good till Friday came.
Right. But, your bodega back in the day, which they probably didn't call it a bodega, but back in the day, it's where the shit went down.
That part of the movie where...
Oh, go ahead.
My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
No, go ahead.
I was just like, I couldn't get past that scene. Like, really powerful scene where, like, old boy comes in the third fucking time with the hat. You already got punched in the twice on the face by smoking a cigarette and shit with them. The one, and then, like, perfect way how movies do it. Trifecta, that dude shows up the third fucking time and fucks everything up. And old boy shivs him, dabs him to death like 30 fucking times at that party. And then the schizophrenic brother's just like, why would you do that? And then he just gets right up on his face and just says, because I can't kill you, no matter how much I want to. It's just like, oh, fuck. Damn.
Yeah. He loved his brother. He took care of him.
Right.
He was what we call today special needs. I mean, he had some serious issues, and back then, everybody kind of rolled with that, like they talked about some of that this evening and stuff on Joe Rogan, how, generations before us they were harder. There wasn't a such thing as a pedophile. People died younger. Like, so that's kind of what we throw as the excuse as far as people, older going after younger. It rolls the same today with women. Like,
yeah,
there's women and stuff. They want to have a good time, and they're just like us in that sense. They have the good time, but at the end of the day, when it all comes to bear, a woman wants security.
Yeah.
And she'll always remember that adventure she had. And it's always back there.
It comes and goes like a firework. That's all.
Uh-huh.
And then when the
Yeah.
grand finale stops, there's really not much there, but just dark and the smell of gunpowder.
Oh, shit. It's not that bad.
Fuck, by the like watching Legend, that's how you feel.
Yeah, but they didn't, you know, they
Who
didn't
girl
get to,
dies?
they didn't get to live out, they
That's
would,
true.
live by the sword, die by the sword.
Oh, and by the way, like, what was it? I'll tell
You
you what.
know,
I'll recommend. What was it? I don't even know how to properly say this, but dude, that like you always see like Hollywood trying to like come up with like solid gay characters and stuff like that. Fuck, dude. Like, what was it, Reggie or Ronnie? No, yeah, Ronnie. No, Ronnie was the most legit badass dude, complete psycho and stuff. Just like, what was it? He was just breaking all the norms of like how Hollywood wants to show gay people and like. This is the one random time where I'm just seeing like, oh yeah, the dude's gay. Oh, okay. Just be like, and it was just hilarious how they were showing that off.
so was Ronnie crazy or was he real?
Ronnie was real. Yeah, fuck.
You
That
know,
that would be hilarious if like Reggie was the actual insane one and there was never really twin brothers.
that could be. You could do Fight Club.
Fuck. That would be wild of a movie.
You could do Cray Fight Club.
Right. And this was all from not Ronnie, but Reggie's perspective on the fact that, what was it? His like, he had multi personality disorder, some shit like that. And sometimes Reggie would turn into Ronnie, some shit like that.
Yeah, like I think that, he mentally probably, he mentally definitely dealt with, you know, some shit before you could medicate it. So he fought it.
Oh hell yeah. What was it? Fucking like Ronnie was born with the mental disease, but they both had something fucked up in the head. Because like what was it? One part of the movie, they talked about surviving the invasions in World War II. I was just like, fuck, yeah, they did have to grow up with that. I was just like, sometimes people like they're already born in a bad area, but just imagine surviving a fucking war
Yeah.
and and just everything in
Nazi
between that.
Germany.
Yeah, and so they were talking about like, and then so just growing up in that era, and like getting through some of that shit. Fuck, dude. And him like not really putting on the weight. I wouldn't say that. Well, yeah, kind of like him holding onto the weight of trying to take care of Ronnie and his paranoid schizophrenic. Which fuck, dude. That's a like I don't want to rank mental diseases, but shit, dude. When you got to the point to where you like you're hearing shit and you can't fuck me. That would just I'd be done. I couldn't deal with it.
It's schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. You could be talking to somebody and actually physically, because your mind is that powerful, is you're physically seeing somebody in the corner of the room and you can hear them talking to you. And this is physically happening. You can smell them. You can see them. You knew when they were appeared probably because you smelled them. You're like, oh shit, like, dude, I'm like trying to have this conversation. People are like, who are you talking to? And you're like, uh, you know,
Right.
you obviously are smart enough. This is the fucked up thing about schizophrenia, is you are smart enough to know that the people around you can't see that person.
Oh.
So back then, they would shut it down to be like, oh, it's nobody. Like I know that you think I'm crazy, but like I can right now, that person's there. It's right there. I can't get rid of it. There's nothing I can do. I can't make you go away. You just appeared. And that's your mind. Think how powerful your mind is. to make your
Yeah.
eyes see something, to make your nose smell something.
Yeah.
And you have physically manifested an entire person that, by the way, you've never met,
No.
that could be parts of all kinds of different people. And
Mm-hmm.
your mind has put that image together. And
Well,
you're like, I'll talk to you later.
yeah.
You know, that's, yeah, that's so on another level.
Right. And like, what was it? It's the matter of fact that's just the scary part about it. And like, it's the people surrounding you. It's like, oh no, 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 he's having a good day, or like, fuck, he could be having a good year. But it just takes one of those episodes to where someone's running at you that's on fire. Again, I don't know like what's actually happening, but I mean, it could be just an extreme episode like that. What was it? There's a movie that got praised on like they were doing a scene like I think the main character was schizophrenic, and like it showed him going through an episode, and other people who are schizophrenic and psychiatrists, doctors, and like people who actually like studied this shit, they said like it will like that scene comes so close to what goes on in the head of someone who's schizophrenic. And the guy's going through a library. I can't think of the movie right now because I really want to watch it just to kind of like, you know, just understand it.
Just brush up on your schizophrenia.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. And the thing is with your head is it's something that can happen. You might be born with it and it might not appear for a while. And then it shows up and you're like,
yeah,
what the fuck's going on?
that's fucked. Like, not in the good sense or bad sense. It's just like the fact that you find out that you have like a power or something, and you're just like, oh fuck, I got this. Like it's just that unexpected. It just happens one day where you're just like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you see that? No, don't see that. It's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't mean
I
to laugh
totally
at
see
it.
it.
It's just like I don't mean to laugh at it, but it's still just like fuck. That's the only way I can process that. Just kind of chuckle at it and hope for the best for the people who can handle it.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
You we're people that are used to being able to move past adversity.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, you're faced with something that only a small group of people have.
Mm.
And then you're trying to convince normal people that you're still the same person.
I know. Yeah.
But I've got this.
Right. I mean, like
And
that.
and the thing is, like, imagine like your mind will like it's almost like your mind wakes up to something that's not supposed to be there. And it wakes up maybe off of a trigger.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
almost like you're a sleeper agent.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden, like you smell something, boom, it's happening. You
Triggers.
move a certain way. Yeah, the physiologically, the physiology of your body and stuff moves, in a way that you can't predict. Your body's like absolutely separate from you, even though you want to think it's you.
Oh no, this is all mechanical. Like the only reason why I feel that it's mine is because sensory nerves tell me like, oh yeah, no, I'm feeling something. Like and it's happening so quickly. It's being processed so quickly, faster than probably like turning on a light itself. But you telling your body like, hey, move this finger. Like, no, that's just it's so it's so voluntary, I guess. But just imagine those factors of the fact that like if I'm walking around, then suddenly my finger just starts moving. You know how fucked up that would feel? Like there's moments where like what was it? You have muscle spasms and stuff. I remember I would get mad muscle spasms on like my arm or bicep, and there'd be like a part of my arm where I could see like 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 parts of it like flexing real quick. And I'm just like, I have no control over this. My body could just fuck up right now and just lose its shit if it really wanted to.
Well, think about it. Like, you're out mentally, you're pushing your body, you're in the sun. All of a sudden, you have a heat stroke. Body's like,
Yep.
yeah, we're overheating. You're
Yeah,
doing way too much. We're cutting you off.
yeah. Your body,
Shut.
yeah, your body will tell you like, no, you're fucking up. We're
Mhm.
cutting everything off. It's all factor why we get fevers, why we get colds. It's our body heating up, cooling down to fight the bacteria. It's just like, hey, I love that our body does that. It's just like it literally says like, yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you can control it sometimes, but when I say so, you need to fucking stop. Otherwise, we're
Si-
both not going around.
Simon says.
Yeah.
Simon didn't say that.
Fuck. Yeah, that's
So
how
yeah,
smart.
it's you know, and with him and stuff, with Ronnie and everything, it's just amazing that with the craze that they have a blocked out period in history that England has to, they have to recognize that. Just like we recognize here in America, like Italian, and mafia
Oh yeah.
and everything, that was a point in time in history where, these families are just that person influence so many things in history that
Mm-hmm.
it's part of history. It's
Yeah.
part of the Americana of it all.
That's what's so interesting. That fact of just like fully understanding and accepting your history behind your nation. And granted, there are numerous fucked up things about every nation's past, but it's just so interesting that it's just like, damn, we got to this. Wow. I mean, have no idea on another timeline how it all would have went down, but fuck, that's just it's so interesting. It's cool to understand. I love it. I love not loving what happened, but loving that I can get the information and know what happened. And there's movies being made about it. And like I love going to a theater or looking at something and saying and seeing that like based on true events or like based on a true story. And of course, there's always a little bit of Hollywood behind it. You got to accept that factor of it.
It's the beauty about, like, you see now, like, you can see a graph of human history and how human history is like their brain power and how we were and how it was just going along. And there's rises and dips and rises and dips.
Yeah.
And then here we go. We come into the 21st century, and it's like you look at that graph and it shoots through the sky. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Like, what happened to humans? And
Technology,
it's like,
baby.
yeah. All of a sudden, it's like they say the light switch turned on, and then it was on.
Now I could turn on my VR goggles and have virtual sex with my virtual girlfriend and stay inside and get fat and order DoorDash. And we're getting to the point where I could just tell the guy, just be like, hey, just lay it on my bed. Come into my house and lay it on my bed. Just so all I have to do is just one movement with my arm, grab some chips, eat, drink my water, and just jerk it and talk to virtual people these days. Fuck.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
You can stay in.
Like
today, you totally stay in.
Oh yeah, we have now made it. If you have enough income, you can never leave your house. And the thing is that it
But I
wouldn't
don't
even
have any kind, and
right.
I live with cats.
Yeah. But what's the interesting factor of it is that like even when I say you'll never leave your house, that doesn't even mean that you can't be a functioning human being. There's probably a CEO. You could be a CEO and never have left your house. You can be the most social person in the whole world, crack out meetings, like workout deals, be the most confident dude in the whole planet and never leave your house because you could talk to people on social media, you could have meetings, you could FaceTime people and shit like that. It's it's crazy. You could do
Yeah,
push-ups, you can order your protein online, have it delivered to your door and stuff. You could live a very healthy lifestyle and never leave your house. That's
this
just
is all true.
that is just wild to me.
Yeah. Even since, dude, like I was growing up, like if you weren't home, were you dead? Because you couldn't get the phone call because there were no cell phones.
Right.
You know, that's the thing with today's tech. It's being sold on safety. Like, how
Yeah.
safe do you want to be? I
Yeah.
mean, do you want to be like connected or do you want to be like, you know, not know what's going on? Because something could be happening. Like, hold on, whoa,
Yep.
is the volcano going off?
Yeah.
No, we're back. you know,
Everything's fine. Everything's okay.
everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's this ultimate, like, almost like this fear that's been established in, human beings without, like, not just human beings, but more like in the Western society. Like, there's this fear that's been struck in us where if we don't have the tech, then, we are absolutely walking through life in peril.
Yep.
I see homeless people around here that have cell phones.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Smartphones even.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, you know, homeless people like are usually pretty extrovert. They're not going to keep up on the times.
Right.
You
And
know,
they're literally their goal is to make money, so they have to go out and panhandle for money. You have to go out and see people, otherwise you're dead.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty backwards,
It's
pretty
it's
fucked up.
and like the safety goes either way now. It's the factor that it's just like either you
Mm-hmm.
like there's two different people. Either people think, "Oh no, I have to be connected so I can stay safe," or I have to deconnect to stay safe. There's no fine line with it anymore. There's no divide of just like of like not having a Facebook account or not having
What's the better choice?
like because
It's like
yeah,
smoking. It's like, what's the better choice? Like, I love smoking. Smoking is great. I love smoking. I love smoking after a meal. I like to drink, like to smoke with my coffee, you know, have a cigarette before bed. Like, there's all kinds of different things that roll with it, right?
right.
So, when it comes to like tech and everything else, you're thinking, oh, it makes me feel good. I feel great.
Yeah.
And it's killing me.
Yeah.
you
But
know,
but
at the end, in the end, it could be my demise. And we've seen it. We've seen people go social media crazy.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, it ends up burning them.
very much so.
Yeah, it ends up killing them.
And like but now we're living in the age to where it's almost starting to reverse itself. Where like what was it? When I was maybe I think I got my first phone at probably 12. And now my little sister, like, she got her first phone, I think, when she was 6. It's the factor that it's just like, since you are going to be out and about, you have to stay connected to, I want to say, as far as to survive, but to at least to move along, because you even see people that's like, where you start to lose it if you don't know, like, if you don't have any, like, for some reason now it's the factor, like, you're weird if you don't have any social media. You're weird if you just don't follow any of the news. You're weird that, like, what was it at first it was getting weird that people don't have TVs. When you like talk to someone that didn't have a TV, you just kind of took a step back, because you're just like, well, you're not part of this culture now. How am I gonna
Like, you
talk?
didn't see the news? Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't watch Simpsons? Oh, you haven't seen the latest Seinfeld and stuff like that? Nowadays, no one has cable TV at all. It's streaming service.
Like, he would have freaked out. Like, when I took off from Hilo
Yeah,
and stuff, like, I used my GPS and stuff to get to town, get through town, like, to see a few things, because
right,
I just wanted to know where certain things were.
right.
After that, like, the only thing that I followed was a compass after that, north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
And I drove all the way to Waimea, on an
Hmm.
island that I do not know, it might as well be another country.
Right.
And I just took off. Like, how I went to the falls and took those pictures, I saw the signs and I just
Yeah.
followed them. I didn't even know how far it was because they didn't have any mileage.
You always
I
gotta
was
love
just
those.
like, I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, shit, like, how far are the falls? And then going down the road that was supposed to lead to the falls, you pass a sign saying dead end. And you're like, well, that just doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. And, no GPS on, nothing. I
Right.
just came to the entrance of the park and I was like, okay. I saw other people pulling over and getting out. I'm like, okay, I'm going
Yeah.
to pull over and get out. Walked up, paid $1, went in the park, checked it out. Then
It was.
got back in the car and you know what? Didn't hit the GPS. I
Mhm.
remembered, which way that I came from and headed back down Highway 19 and followed it until I honestly just got sick of driving. And that was it. Like, trip's over. Then I headed back the way I went, you know.
It's what was I've always loved going on those kind of adventures. It was always kind of when I was with my friends in my fraternity, and we would be either in Indianapolis or out and about in Muncie, and we would just start getting adventurous. And then so everyone just kept put their phones in their pocket, and then we just started walking around in a little bit of a confident drunken stupor. And we just like
Yeah.
we went into other bars. My favorite kind of situation, one of my favorite situations, is going in, like, going into a random bar, and then like the bar, it turns into another bar. You head upstairs, you go through another like hallway and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you find out that you're a block away from the original destination you're at. And then you all walk outside the street and you meet back up, and you're just like, where the fuck did you go? I don't know. Like, the shit changed, man.
Oh,
At
it's going to be
first,
great when you come out here.
I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited.
Oh, dude, because, like, downtown Hilo is like this big compressed thing of all this beach shit and bars and everything else.
Oh yeah.
And I could go down there and like Uber it, but I'm like, man, it wouldn't be that much fun.
No.
And the thing is you're going to go down there and you're going to fire off a little bit of humor. You're going to try
Yeah.
to, hang out, and hang out might, you know, somebody might get like a wrong opinion.
Yeah.
of a joke or,
Oh yeah.
So you kind of need somebody to roll with,
It's always good to tag
you
team
know.
situation.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, man, I could go down there and make it on my own. I've always been able to do that, same as you. It's just like when you get into different territory, it's like,
There's no like place to start off at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but when you're like with a group of friends and stuff, because like starting out the night, you don't want to go in there just completely hammered because you want to be able to go throughout the entire night and have a wonderful adventure. You don't want to end up getting fucked up and then, blacked out. Yeah, you don't want to end up like that. That's awful. You want to be that like at the very end of the night where everyone else is. You want to match the crowd. That's what a good drinker is. You want to match what the crowd's doing.
Yeah,
And
you book the crowd, or if you're not as drunk as what the crowd is and you're smarter than the crowd, then the joking that you do will go over
yeah.
people's heads.
And
Like
also
I did it. I did it last Saturday. I stayed out, dude, all the way until 4 a.m. out here. I got lit, and I'd taken a little bit of Adderall and stuff before I went out.
Mhm.
Like, not a bunch or anything, but just a little bit,
Right.
just so I just wouldn't feel, like
complete
super,
shit.
yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
completely cranked off.
Oh yeah. That's what was it back in college when we were excuse me.
Oh,
When
go
we
ahead.
were Oh no, I just burped. But
That's what I did the other night.
yeah,
Oh,
I
go
didn't
ahead and tell me
tr-
about it.
yeah, I'm trying not to burp right on this mic. But
I think you should cut loose.
I don't know. Basically, what was it? What was I about to say? I had a brain fart. Shit.
Yeah.
What we were just talking about? Oh yeah, Adderall.
Oh, going downtown? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Being
Yeah.
a little sparked before you,
Yeah. Yeah. Basically what was it over in back in Ball State? We would like what was it? I would knock back beers Saturday morning. We would have like morning mimosas, some shit, head up to a Mexican restaurant, or like after a little bit of day drinking, be be drunk when we eat the Mexican restaurant, had a couple margs, and then we come back and like we would do like a quick power nap. Dude, the power nap will save your life. If you don't, you're gonna end up being groggy and stuffed. You won't even have a headache. You'll just feel like you'll feel drunk and groggy. And that's what I was
Yeah.
feeling. And it's like 9 o'clock at night, and the party's about to get started. And I already did all this morning drinking and shit. And I knew what was it? I remember this girl was coming over too. So I was just like, fuck, I'm not even gonna be able to entertain at all. So what was it? My friend he had Adderall. I was just like, I gotta. It's like, dude, I need to get back. He's like, I got you. And he gave me a little bit of Adderall. And by what was it? I would say like within the next maybe 30 minutes, I was still buzzed and stuff like that, of course, but like it was still like, okay, cool. Now I'm back to what I should be if I was already pre-gaming and drinking that night.
Oh, yeah. But with that, when I went, like, I was smarter than everybody else. Everybody else was lit.
Mm,
And I'm talking to them, and
yeah.
they're like looking at me like, I went like the DJ. It was so funny, dude. Like, I'm out of town and nobody's on the dance floor. And I'm like, well, fuck, man,
Right.
I didn't go up there, of course, to get laid or any bullshit like that. I just went up there to, have a good time and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And I go up to the DJ and he's playing like this old fucking like Hawaiian bullshit or whatever. And I'm like, look, dude, why don't you throw on Gangster Party? Right?
Ain't nothing
Dude,
but a gangsta
yeah.
party.
dude, as soon as that starts, like the dance floor like filled up.
You had the way of the
Everybody was like,
force.
yeah. It was like, boom. And all of a sudden, dude, it took off. And I'm like, I'm not even dancing with anybody. Like I'm out there dancing and shit, man. And I'm like high fiving the DJ. I'm like, dude, you need to
Yeah.
you need to step. I was like, you need to step this up, every weekend. He was like, yeah, I should. Yeah. He was like trying to
Oh,
keep it like
shit.
totally like tribal and shit. And I was like, man, cut this shit loose. And he
Right.
totally did. And it was so funny, dude.
Good on him.
And yeah. But the thing was with the Adderall, like it didn't matter like how much I drank.
Yeah,
Like I could
Adderall will
not
keep
get
you
fucked
fucking
up.
going.
Yeah, I couldn't get there was no groove.
Right. Oh, that's the dangerous thing with those uppers. No matter,
Yeah.
I mean, no matter if you're knocking back Red Bulls with vodka, Adderall with your beer, or you're doing a line of Coke after you get blacked out and you come back out of it and stuff like that. Guess what? That alcohol is still there, bud.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
yeah, and that's how you get that alcohol
Oh
poisoning. Get
yeah.
fucked up on that shit.
Oh dude, man. I ate like a cheeseburger on Sunday and
Fuck.
I laid around like dying all
Yeah.
day. I swear to God, dude. I hadn't been
Sounds about right.
yeah, this is the honesty here. Like I hadn't drank that much, dude, in a long time. And that's the thing is with the Adderall, like there's nothing to quench the thirst. Like with Coke, like you won't kick back a bunch of alcohol because a lot of times it's going through your nasal cavity, so nothing tastes good.
Right.
With Adderall, that isn't there. It's just this dry mouth syndrome, and you're just trying to just put the fire out in your mouth. And dude, like I drank probably a liter of water, but compared to the alcohol and stuff that I drank, man, I bet you I drank like $70 that by myself.
Fuck.
Like in beer.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah. I woke up the next day depressed.
Yeah. Oh.
I was fucking like shit. Like it was bad. And I was like, damn.
I'll tell
Like
you
and
what.
and then I laid there in bed and was thinking like all this shit. Like all this
You always
knowledge that I
you
threw out.
you all like, and of course you always have that back in the back in your head. Like we always have that after the day after. She's like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna drink anymore.
Oh yeah, I totally said that, didn't I? On Monday, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a break." I need to, yeah,
Well, just like you just like go through you're just like an addict coming out of relapse. You're just like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I had my run. That was a nice phase, but I think we're done, boys.
well, because I was laughing like at some of the faces and stuff that I saw, and I had to like, it's
Because you knew
like,
what was going on.
oh yeah, and I threw out some info to somebody like I thought they needed to hear, and then when I thought about it the next day, I was like,
Wow, I
what the
just fucked
fuck
up
was
that
I
person's
doing?
day.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I came here to escape. Now I gotta
Like,
go
can I go back and
do
apologize? Because I yeah. Oh, and I was like, oh, that's why they looked at me like that.
you're just like you're feeling like shit, like mentally and physically now. You get to reminisce and just be like, damn. Spiritually, I was fucking up some people.
Yeah, I was dropping some knowledge. And I was like,
Just walking up to people like, you know, we're all gonna die, right? Just like, fuck, dude.
I think somebody said they were the man, and like I bowed to him, like
Oh shit.
as a joke.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and by the way, they were somebody that like everybody like around me, like they looked up to.
Oh shit. Here comes this new guy just coming in, fucking up the whole situation.
And the guy was cool as fuck. He was like, "Hey man, what's your name?" and everything, you know. And I was like, "Cool." And then like somebody said something like, "Oh yeah, man, like he's the man." And I was like, I was doing this thing. It was like, "He's the man."
Oh fuck. Oh, watch out, everybody. Here comes the man. Huh?
Nah, it was like, yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I told some fat chick like, you know, you could be somebody. Like,
Oh shit.
oh yeah.
Why when I hear this, like I completely understand where you're at. Because I catch myself when I was over in college.
Like, man, I don't need to hype anybody up.
Like there's times where like I'm drunk and then I'm just like I turn into like this, like, you know what? Tonight's I'm gonna be everyone's therapist. And I just hear people argue, or like I see some chick crying or complaining and stuff like that. I'm just walking around just like, no, 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 no. You got this. You got just like fuck, dude. And they're looking at me like, dude, like they're looking at me just like, dude, I know I'm having an episode, but what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, like you brought it to a whole new level and a low,
Yeah.
like
Oh
all at the
yeah.
same time. Like I had a friend and stuff that was down in the casino in Vegas.
Yeah.
And got into it with a guy. Got thrown out of the casino. They go upstairs. Like his wife throws a complete fit. So they cuff her because she doesn't know what's going on. But this whole time that's happening, like he's out on this fucking strip talking to this prostitute, telling her like she needs to get her life together.
Fuck.
She's better than this.
I'll tell you what. I fucking
Me
hate
too.
it when I'm
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
sitting in the kitchen having a conversation or some shit, and then fucking what was it? This happened at Panama with the family and stuff like that. It's just always that moment where like the older kids are drinking with the parents and stuff like that. And then it turns into that whole factor. Let me tell you how good you kids got it. Blah blah blah. Just like, you know, like kids just don't understand. No, 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 no. Let me talk. And it's just like, oh fuck. It turns into
yeah.
it turns into a whole fucking lesson and stuff like that. And it's just like, and it always came from older people. Like when I joined my fraternity, being the freshman, that was the thing you had to deal with all the fucking seniors.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I
just
would
like,
hate that.
oh, well, let me tell you. I'm just like, dude.
Well, some of it probably had some truth to it.
Yes, but
You
not the
know,
truth I wanted to hear at that time.
right?
Like, granted, if I was a little bit
You probably needed to hear it like if somebody pulled you to the side and you were sober, and somebody was like, "Hey, man,
yeah,
I just want to let you know that you know."
I could fucking hear you pissing.
Sorry, you could, you know, you can like step to the side here, and piss on her. No, you can step to the side and
At least hit the edge of the bowl or something.
I was trying. It's dark. I'm so used to the reason is so I'm so used to us FaceTiming.
Yeah.
That's why.
Hmm.
So it's our own fault. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But
if we want to do this thing, we can't see each other. Nah.
With somebody like trying to pass on info.
Right.
You're right. It's so much better to like pass it on when you're
also,
not passing on any info when everybody's fucked up.
Well, and also too, like I mean, like people like high school and college is such a big contrast. Being a freshman in fucking college and then like coming from it's just like people don't forget, like, dude, I was in high school a year ago. And now you're just throwing all this shit on me. Like, fuck no, I'm immature. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm seeing a bunch of free alcohol. I'm seeing chicks. I'm living on my own, technically with a roommate in a shitty dorm, but I'm living on my own and
Yeah.
shit. I got all this freedom and they just throw you out into the fucking world. They throw you out into the fucking world and be like, all right, yeah, here's some classes that you're gonna get like an automatic C or B. None of this shit matters and stuff like that. Just go out there and flutter your wings until you hit a big fucking wall or go into that heat, or until you hit that fucking heat lamp, and then sophomore year comes in, and you're burnt to you're burnt to a fucking crisp, and you're just like, oh fuck, I gotta do something right now.
That's why the girls are such savages in college.
Fuck. There's a reason.
We should teach a class, like a pre-freshman college class.
Yeah.
On going, you spend the summer with us.
Yeah.
We make you drink until you just can't drink anymore. Like, it's just real newbie shit. We break total people in. It's like a fucking freshman boot camp.
I was just about to say like a social boot camp. Every day, everyone has to stand in front of a crowd and try to explain something while we throw shit at them. Then every night we're getting drunk. Then every day it's like, hell yeah, just like put all these put like a few thousand kids just out onto an island. Let them just knock out all that social pressure. Bro,
they'll turn into Lord of the Flies.
Let them go out there, put food, beer, condoms, movies, Netflix, internet, all that shit, so they can just fuck it all out, drink it all out. Then they come back, and then they do college.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what, that freshman year ain't shit. You always see that story, the valedictorian, just like, and I want to thank the school for, putting the hard work, and I can't wait to go to Harvard. Fucking a year later, doing a keg stand with it either half naked, either way.
Yeah, he's embarrassed and trying to puke into his pocket.
Yeah.
I gotta hide my shame.
Yeah. Or she's like, yeah. Or she's cuffed to the side of a fence because puked on the officer. Like either way, him or her, whoever it is, those valedictorians just get pummeled. Because it's just like,
hello, freshmen.
You don't realize.
We'd like to thank you.
Yeah. Because you don't when I realized the amount of freedom that I had was, I think, the first fucking week. Because the first fucking week you didn't have classes. It was anarchy. You get dropped off, and then your parents leave, and you're packed in. You have that awkward handshake with your roommate, like, hey, are we gonna be cool? Are we not? Are you gonna fuck me in my sleep? Is that gonna be a thing? That was my biggest fear. Because the whole fact
from the IU story.
Fuck, dude. It just happened. And I'm going to college and I'm hearing that shit.
I think that story was like...
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. A little chloroform.
Yeah. Just like, hey, man, you, what's up, dude? Turns out my roommate, he turns out to be one of my best friends. He was the guy that, put me on to Sigma Nu. And then him and I, we did our classes together and just kicked ass the whole rest of the way through college, which was awesome.
Which, by the way, you need to find out if there's a Sigma Nu chapter out here in Hawaii.
Ooh, no. I would have already known that because we would have definitely tried to contact them.
Well, we could establish it.
Fuck.
Hey, you.
Hey, you like drinking?
You want to pledge?
Fuck.
Our next pledge: run up on them and bong them.
Just bag their head. Just bag their heads.
I think we get a bunch of homeless people.
Look at our founding fathers, just a bunch of bearded dudes with missing teeth.
We're meeting in the park.
Fuck.
Yeah. We could totally turn it up. I think we're on the path.
I think we got it. I'm gonna have to call up the boys over in Ball State. Like, guys, I got it. You guys keep doing your thing over there in the mainland.
We're establishing a chapter.
Yeah, we're gonna go do. Yeah, we're gonna go do shots at Pearl Harbor on Memorial Day. So later.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Like, I'm really like all fucking 5 islands. You don't have a chapter.
You know what? All right, let me confirm this.
We're gonna have to. We need to research this before we need a Jamie on our team.
Right, fucking right. Fraternities in Hawaii.
Yeah, you'll have to do this.
You're
our Jamie.
There's fucking 4.
See? Boom.
No. There's
4 that you don't belong to.
Fuck me. There's 2. There's actually there's 2 fraternities and fucking 2 sororities.
Yeah.
And we'll not name them because I don't want to advertise these people. My bad. Hold up. Oh, what? I thought Phi Mu was a sorority. Why is Phi Mu what? The second oldest? Yeah. Why are they? Oh my gosh, I fucking hate that. There's a what was it? There's always a mix. They always was it when you look up organizations like these online, they just say fraternity because fraternity is a specific group of people and stuff. But like fraternity is meant to be the male organization of it, and sorority is supposed to be the female group of it.
But they mix it.
Yeah, they just what was it? They say Phi Mu fraternity on fucking Google, and then the first sentence is Phi Mu is the second oldest female fraternal organization. Just like fucker, just say oldest sorority. You know what we're talking about here.
Yeah, somebody butchered it on purpose.
Oh yeah, Delta's Sigma Pi, which is just bullshit. It's a co-ed professional business fraternity. It's stupid. No, it's not legit.
They have no guts.
No,
not
legit.
And no records. Okay, no drinking records to speak of.
No, there's no. No one got arrested. No house got burned. That ain't shit. Let's see. Alpha Gamma Delta. Yeah. Also known as Alpha Gamma. Sure. I never heard them being called that, but is an international women's fraternity. Basically, there's a Canadian organization, bet money. We're technically an international organization because we have one fraternity house in fucking Canada. It's just like, really, we're gonna count that? Sure, I guess. And then Tau Kappa Epsilon. Oh, is this this is the one Tiki. Wait a minute, no, this isn't Tiki.
What, like a tiki bar?
No. What was it? Grandpa was in fraternity, but that was Fiji.
Which grandpa?
Ours.
Your mom's side? Or Woodside?
Woodside.
Oh, okay.
He was a teak. Which Tiki, yeah. Yeah, his fraternity's there.
Sweet.
Is a social college fraternity. We're in, boys.
Fuck yeah. We're fucking legacies.
Hell yeah. Shit, I'll re-enter. There's some stuff I gotta restudy. Like, what's up, boy? It's like I come in, like, I know the whole spiel.
Yeah. Show me where the goat is.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, where's your? So what do you guys want me to do, huh? You want me to rob a gas station, get in the trunk? Like, let's just get this over with, boys. You know I'm in.
Are you gonna put me on the volcano? I got this.
Ooh, something unique. I get it. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, there is 2 sororities, 1 BS organization, and a fraternity. So there you go. Oh, did you know that Aaron Rodgers is a teak? Excuse me.
No. Probably
Well,
the only like I'm thinking it's the only fraternity in Green Bay. No.
Was it?
I don't even know where Aaron Rodgers graduated from.
No idea. You want me to tell
Well,
you
we
the
just say Hawaii.
You want me to tell you the famous Sigma Nu guys? People
Yeah.
who are really famous.
Yeah.
You got. Why don't they have their pictures on here? That's stupid. Here, hold up.
Like, how does our website?
It's just like even Google has their picture up here, but they don't have their picture on the actual website. That's kind of Sigma Nu. Come on, guys, you gotta represent.
And when you graduated, like, did you graduate? You graduated Sigma Nu, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna represent Sig Nu all the way.
Yeah, we need some T-shirts.
Oh hell yeah!
At least I need one.
No, I want to get some new ones too. But what was it? There's a lot of sports guys on here. Joe Buck, Kurt Menefee. These guys are like on NFL broadcasting. Al Michaels. You got 2 movie stars here. Paul Rudd. He's a proud guy. He's a proud Sigma Nu. Harrison Ford. Fucking Han Solo.
Damn.
Hell yeah, we got him. We got him, boys. That's what it's like. Bob Barker.
High and running. Sorry, that was me looking down at a couple of people.
Oh.
They heard me. They're like wild animals around here. Motherfuckers get high on that shit and fucking just split. Holy shit, somebody's looking at us. Run away. Like fucking feral cats.
You see their eyes glow.
Yeah. You do.
Tom Johnson.
Oh, dude. We're going to walk down next to, and I think we're going to go into the fucking Hilton, or whatever the fuck hotels down here. They have a drive up. I did not notice. Like, there's a hotel down here that you can drive up. Like, I'm in the ghetto, and like less than fucking 100 yards from a hotel where you can drive up in a Bentley and get dropped off.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a trip. And like you could smell weed and all kinds of shit. It was a trip.
Probably the excuse me, most notable person who's a Sigma Nu, Tom Johnson, president of CNN, has also served as president and CEO of the Los Angeles Times.
I don't know if I would claim him.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a news agency and stuff, man, you got to be, you know, if you really wanted to start something today that would be like awesome, and you would be able to employ all kinds of journalists, like they would flock to you, as if you had an absolutely real, like it's real, you know, you're showing motherfuckers getting smoked, blown up, like it's super raw.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I love watching documentaries. Like that's the only real shit you can really see these days. You
yeah,
actually want to
yeah.
watch you actually want to watch a news story? Yeah. Watch some documentaries. You'll see some shit like that. Dude, the darkest one, I think I already told you, was the Among the Dead, where the guy he goes into Iraq and like videotapes the other side too. And like he's the one that personally got the footage of the American that got decapitated and shit like that. Dude, that documentary is fucked, my man. I think I already said this. I think we already said this in a recording. But either way.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Or at least I need to check it out.
It's wild. Like legitimately. Like beside like that documentary holds no bars. Showing people getting shot, shows like war and shit. Like it went as far as like it showed like the beginning of the clip of the dude reading the message and the American prisoner, and then they knee the guy in the back, and he falls down, and then you see the dude about to stab the dude in the neck, and he starts screaming, and then it cuts to him like holding the head up.
Yeah, why cut? You know, show it for what it is.
Right, but I bet money he wanted to show it all, but executives were just like, well, we can't really throw that on Netflix.
That's the thing is, you'd have to do it like on network. You know, not that I would be looking for the shock video, because that's what everybody, you know, that's what everybody's into is the end. Like, man, I don't want to hear about the wreck. I want to see.
Yeah, what was it? I remember as a like middle school, like early high school, there was a thing called like what was it? Like I think it's called like the House of Pain or some shit
Or
like that.
Faces of Death.
Yeah, where you like you go up levels and you go and you see as far as you can handle and shit like that. And the videos would get worse and worse. Like first it would like show somebody get hit, and you're just like, "Fuck, dude, that's crazy." I remember seeing the shit where like what was it? This dude, it was like one of these like cliche like like hanging out with some friends and stuff like that. We're all jumping off a wall, landing in some water, having fun, and then it just showed the dude like what was it? I think he like messed up or something, and he smacked his face on like something that was like what was it? Like the water was submerging it like an inch above it, so it wasn't perfectly seen, and you just see it get smacked. Like it sounded like someone getting smacked in the face, and then you just see him start floating there in the water, and the dude literally split his face apart.
Oh
it was fucked.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones back in the day was the guy. They're in the car videoing this, and they see the bears at Yellowstone digging through the trash, and the guy walks up to the bear and tries to offer the bear a sandwich.
Oh, fuck that.
And the bear looks at him and looks at the sandwich and looks at him and then smokes him.
Fuck.
Like, I don't want a ham sandwich. I want
Hell
you.
No.
It just clunked on his head, dude. Like, and started tearing his ass up. Like, I'm digging through the trash, and you know, I love sushi.
Yeah.
Human sushi, by the way.
Yeah.
And you
What was
just
it?
showed up.
There was one where what was it? This drunk dude, he was on a train, he was in a terminal and he was trying to get like off the train tracks and he was drunk. And so like he's just like slowly trying to get up from the train and somebody's just like almost there, almost there. And fuck, you see the train coming and it hits him, but he's like halfway off the tracks. So you just see the train hit, like suck up his legs, and then the dude just starts spinning like a helicopter. His arms like go flailing out and stuff. And you just see a person just like on the side of the tunnel, just watching this, like watching this happen. Like he's like walking down the stairs, and then he looks up and he sees the dude just going down because the train is pinching him.
Yeah.
Just drags him along. Just like fuck, dude.
Yeah. For every day that we think like, man, like, if we're doing it, we're making it.
Yeah.
We're like the most fragile thing ever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can go fall downstairs in the next 5 minutes and break my neck.
Yeah.
It's
Hopefully
crazy.
that didn't happen.
No, hell no. But like, and that's what, like, what was it? That's what, like, when people they overthink that shit, and then you have those people who are sheltered and they're just terrified of everything. And it's just like,
Or you have people that jump off of buildings,
yeah,
you know,
I saw.
parachute, like, you know, total free base shit.
Oh, what was it? I saw a video.
Or base jumping.
I saw a video on
I think
Twitter.
base jumping's crazy.
Oh, base jumping's just the stupidest thing.
Oh, like, did you see the guy, like, he's walking the wall, then he looks like he slips and comes off of it, and you don't see him anymore?
No.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't
Oh.
know what fucking building or skyscraper he was on, but he's walking, and he looks like he's with the weirdest thing. You can tell because he has a backpack on, too. So he has a parachute on. But he's walking, and it looks wet up there, and his foot like hits, and then like it slips out and comes off, and he goes down, but you see him, like I slow-moed it, he catches himself and rolls off the wall. But it looks
Ooh.
like he just totally lost his balance at full speed, and he just goes, and you don't see him anymore. You're like, oh shit!
There goes
I
another
can't
one.
believe, yeah, like I can't even believe I saw that shit.
Yeah. What was it? I saw this guy. He saved a chick jumping, I think, 23 stories. Literally, this dude, fucking like, I don't know what the guy was thinking. He saw this chick jump, like falling. He had the time, like falling, drops his groceries, sticks his arm out, and just prepares to catch a body falling at whatever velocity.
It probably killed him
He's safe. They're both still alive to this day.
and crippled.
Yeah, both of his like what was I think his arms were fine somehow, but his legs got shattered, and she had a concussion and like multiple in her spine and shit like that. And I'm just like I'm thinking like weighing the risk. I mean, like yeah, you saved a life, but that chick better fucking like become a next superstar or some shit. Cause damn, dude.
Yeah, it's like
I don't mean to be selfish, but fuck, man, that was something that's just like. I hope it was worth it. I hope they end up being good people and great things happen to them. Because that's
you
just,
know, man. There's all kinds of different things that happen with human beings.
oh yeah,
You know, we're as a human being, we are resilient as fuck.
yeah,
You know, we'll take a hit. You know, there's some people that take hits. You
yeah,
know, they'll fall full stories and roll.
yeah,
You're like, no way. The guy stands up and he's like,
yeah. What
damn, can't even believe that happened. He's
wasn't
like
that
looking
crazy?
around and like, he's like looking around because he's embarrassed. I
Yeah,
was
and
at a
like,
job like that where there was painters at this factory, and the guy was way the hell up there. He was like 5 stories up and fell. And like we saw him. Like he was the last person on the ladder. And we had all come down.
right.
Right. And we're standing there and he was already there. And we're like, how did you get down? And he giggled. And he was a Spanish guy.
Right.
And him and his foreman talked. Like I was like, how did he get down? And he said something like he fell, and he laughed. And they sent him to the hospital afterward.
Yeah.
And come to find out, man, he's lucky he went because they saved his life because he had internal bleeding.
I knew it. It's always that shit. Because like shock is,
Yeah.
again, we were just talking about how powerful your brain is. Fucking going through shock, you'll walk around with 3 bullet holes in you thinking that you're ready to do some sprints. When that adrenaline's pumping in you and shit, you have
Oh,
no idea
yeah.
what's going on.
You got dopamine, adrenaline. You
Hell
get
yeah.
all these things like, you know, it's
Hell
been
yeah.
stored in your body for an emergency.
Yeah.
And you're like, I had a friend that got ran over,
Mm.
and they saw him get rolled under the truck after he crashed his motorcycle, and he
Ooh.
stood up and tried to get his
Nah.
bike up and stuff. Was out there like pulling on his bike, trying to stand it back up and like get it started again and get back on it. And by the time the ambulance arrived, man, like he almost died.
I bet.
He was in a coma for I don't even know, like for like almost 2 months and stuff.
I wonder what that's like. Is it like you're like going like you're asleep and time passes by real quick, or is it legitimately you feel that darkness go by for that long, or is it straight up like you're out and then you wake up, boom, 2 months go by?
I think it's something that is embedded in you,
Hmm.
like fight or flight over dealing with natural catastrophes along with wild animals
Mm.
and just pure ass survival instincts of I've got to keep living.
Yeah,
And there's
like
that drive.
your body will
There's
turn you
people.
into a vegetable until you heal
Oh
properly or
yeah,
some
because we
shit.
have people like, that we've watched over the years, like their significant spouse dies or a child dies, and they die soon after, like Carrie Fisher's mom, or
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, like Lynn Carter, she died. He died like a short time later.
Mm.
They say Jesus Christ died of a broken heart. Like there's all these different things where life, if you want to live, you'll live.
Yeah.
You know, and if the technology is there to keep you there,
Oh yeah.
it'll happen. And tech keeps getting better, so it's more likely that you'll come back as long as you're not doing too much stupid shit.
I think
You
they're
can get,
predicting.
you can get rolled.
I think they're predicting that kids being born in the 2030s, they'll have a life expectancy of a 180.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss.
Piss break, ladies and gentlemen. And while he's gone, we're going to tell you that he's in shock. You can live. And basic human traits There's people that will come and save you that don't know you, that will revive you, put their mouth on your mouth, bring you back from nothing and restore you, almost to the fact of, where you were. You can do that. It can happen. So don't ever discount your fellow man, because he's there to bring you back. It's just that if you're around too many people that are, too many people that think you're an asshole, you're not coming back. They're going to lay around and stand over you and watch you gasp for breath. Or they're going to wait for you to die because you're an asshole. So don't be an asshole. And that is a public service announcement. Outside of that, try to get to warmer weather. Humans don't like cold. Your arthritis is awful. You get a harder dick in warm weather rather than cold weather. Try that out. I have no idea how Canadians are having sex. They must stay inside daily because it's always cold.
What were you telling them?
Oh, nothing. You have to listen to it. Did you hear the last one?
Yeah. I'm going to name off all the cars. Oh.
Yeah. I was like, this is a public service announcement.
Yeah.
I won't even roll through it. It's going to have to catch it on the edit, folks. It's like a gift.
And your gift will be my editing.
Oh yeah.
To see what I add in there. Oh my gosh. It's like some bloated beer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been drinking rum. Rum.
Why is the rum always gone?
It's not gone.
It's always here.
It's very good.
Was that a cork that I just heard?
You did. It's good. It's called Old Lahani.
You're going to feel like an old Lahani if you finish all that.
No. I'm not doing Old Lahani. Old Lahani looks like an old fucking Hawaiian crackhead.
You want a little bit of old Lahani?
Old Lahani wants to suck your dick.
Oh, shit.
I'm good.
I'll take a little peck on the cheek, but I don't think we're fucking tonight, Lahani.
Old Lahani looks like a toothpick. Be like, I could sell your skeleton to a university, Old Lahani.
Old Lahani, you looking like if it started raining, you'll just fall apart.
Yeah, she looks wet.
Oh.
And super dry.
Come on, Sonny. Finish me off.
Good. Finish me off, Old Lahani.
Oh, fuck.
Hit these hips. You're like, holy shit, I can see them.
Fuck. I don't want to break you, man.
I cuffed that head. It's over.
Like, hit me. I'm like, no, I don't want to murder you.
Yeah.
I could take it. No.
Yeah, I call this a Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny. The old Hawaiian punch. Oh, you don't know what it is until you get here. You won't know what it is until you get here.
It sounds like you smack someone in the back of the head with a ukulele.
Actually, it's that Hawaiian cigar. It's really good.
I bet. That's one thing. Like, I wonder. I don't know why, but now I'm starting to think, like, if Hawaiian cigars can rival Cuban cigars.
Hawaiian is smoother than a Cuban. Cubans are hard.
Because of the fact that, like, what was it? They're on the same. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think they're on the same latitude.
I would believe that they could be, and
Because,
with the wetness and
right.
the volcanic soil, I bet you they could grow some serious tobacco.
That's what I was just thinking. Just for the fact that, like, because, yeah, they are. Hold up. Let me get this perfectly right. Because this is going to be hilarious if I'm, like, dead on this.
We're looking up latitude.
I don't even look up latitude. I'm just pulling up a world map.
Yeah, you got to do latitude and longitude of Hawaii versus Cuba.
Well, I just need to know the latitude just to see if they're on the same level because that will determine their, what was it, geography.
I'm going to tell you this. Where I'm at, the sun sure as hell doesn't rise where I expected it to.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. The moon does a different thing too. Like the moon's still visible at 10 a.m.
Hell yeah, it's on the same fucking latitude. That shit's right on the fucking dot.
Yeah.
They're both like right, like the main parts of the country. Both of the main parts of the country are right above the 20 degree latitude line. Oh shit! Yeah, dude. They would totally make badass cigars.
Oh yeah. They're good. I'm telling you, they are good.
Hell yeah.
Like I had a couple Swisher Sweets, and it's Swisher Sweet.
You know
It's
what?
it's sweet and it's good. But the cigar that I bought tonight and smoked, and I smoked the whole thing. Earlier, I smoked half, and then half when we started our cast, and it's legit. It's really good.
I just had a really crazy theory.
Go for it.
So okay, imagine this. What if that would be cool if maybe there's like a secret, I wouldn't say secret group. I'm not going to go that far. But if there's like a special group called the 20th Degree Club where literally it's a cigar club of just you get solid cigars from this because since the humidity and the weather around those areas are always peak prime like cigar just because
Yeah.
like just because of the fact that like because again like you have like the main parts of Mexico reaching this area and stuff and Mexican cigars are still pretty legit and then you got the Cuban cigars you have got Hawaii and all those are like lining up perfectly on the 20th degree and then now I'm thinking I'm like I want to do research on like in Africa in Saudi Arabia India like
I think that you have to be like in a climate where
Philippines
it's pushing water. I guarantee the Philippines.
Vietnam like bet fucking money.
Vietnam, they're probably not into cigars.
Nah, they're probably into opium.
Right. Like we're not fucking around.
Yeah, tobacco is our Coca-Cola.
Right. But yeah, for countries that have entertained cigars, definitely, I would say along the 20th parallel that, you know, it's good.
That that would be a really cool. Oh, that would be a really cool club to make up, or like to start the 20th parallel club, and just
Yeah.
have a group of people that meet up, or like have the goal, like, hey, get this, like, give me a box. Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh,
Somehow
we could start it like we could start it ourselves
I was going to say, get
because
a
you
company
could
called.
go with because I bet you Puerto Rico is close. Anybody that's close, north or south of 20,
Yeah,
you know,
I would give it like a 5-degree margin of the
yeah,
20th parallel.
yeah. So that's what you do around the world. You call it that, and I guarantee, like that cigar was good. Like I have not like um Keith, Chris's dad, um, had cigars from Puerto Rico for my wedding,
Mm.
and dude,
Well,
I
well.
smoked two of them, and they were like so fucking good. I was like, this is so good. Like, and they were like hand rolled, and but they were more of a square. This was almost a square, but still a round. I felt bad because I didn't have a cigar cutter, so I had to cut the end off myself. But man,
Mm.
like I'm telling you, with the rum, it was like hitting. Like there was like an extra layer to the flavor of the rum and the cigar and the buzz. Like it all went together. Like I didn't like I'm not smoking a cigarette until now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been smoking the cigar,
Right.
and you don't inhale the cigar.
Here. Oh no, you never do that. That's the.
No, like every once in a while, like I would inhale it, like like just kind of buzz it up a little. But it's
Right.
like your choice. It's like a choice. Like, do I want to lift this or do I want to, you know, kind of keep it cool? You know, or keep it cool and inhale a little bit.
Yeah, I would totally puke.
Yeah, it's a you know, it's like a you know, it's the same as like I guess when I like smoke cigarettes. Like you like cigarettes, everybody likes whoever smokes cigarettes. By the way, if you're listening to this, you know, you know what I'm talking about. Like you enjoy it, but it's completely damaging. But um, like when you smoke a cigar, you don't get that. You get the flavor. You get the smoke.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. You get the smoke.
Yeah, it's the what was it? It's the equivalency of basically whiskey and stuff like that. It's the whole factor of, like, I would say that, certain parts are acquired taste. You don't want to be an asshole and just try to knock it back like it's just any old thing. Like, no, it's one of those things that slows down. Take your time with it. You actually try to enjoy it and stuff. You don't just fuck around with the cigar and then you just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, like you don't just keep puffing this fucking cigar.
By the
You
way,
know, you don't just try to get the cigar off.
right?
That's not the whole thing. It's like what you feel like. That's how a cigarette is. It's like, you know, you're like smoking, and it goes fast. But I'm telling you, with a cigar, it's like slow and mature, and like there's flavors with it. There's notes, just like there is in whiskey and rum. And I didn't like really get like a hold of that until Keith turned me on to that and stuff. It's not like it's not really a pukey thing, you know. It's like when you're done with it, it's cool. You're done with it.
Right.
It's not, you know, I got this fucking huge cigar and I need to fucking kill it. Like
Right,
good luck. Like good luck.
Kingpin from the comic book, or you're some big mob boss. Like, it's not like the cartoons where you just knock it back.
Right. That's why you see guys with like 3/4 of a cigar, half a cigar, little cigar, you know. Like the reason why he has the little cigar is because he enjoyed it.
Right. He was working on that for a few days.
Right. You know. He's feeling it. You know. And you're right. It does give you a little bit of a buzz, but like it's more like you kind of learn, I guess, from smoking cigarettes. Like you learn, like I learned, like you don't inhale it; it'll spin your ass. You know,
Oh
you'll
yeah.
You'll be face down.
Oh yeah.
But like you just kind of hang with it. If it goes out, it goes out. You know, you feel like smoking it some more. Like you're hanging out still. You can relight it and smoke again.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it is like
It's
if you feel like smoking for a half hour, then you can do that.
right.
Like you can sit there and just like puff it up, tell a story, talk, do whatever. Or if you're by yourself, like enjoy it, you know. It's just something that um that I've never experienced. Like, until I met, until I hung out with him. And he like explained it. He was like, and he poured me like 3 fingers of like this great rum. And the rum, like, of course, like as a rookie, I grabbed a hold of the glass and like totally like went to drink it. And I'm like,
oh shit.
whoa, it's a straight burner.
Yeah.
And then I smoked that, I chilled and I smoked that cigar for a little bit and everything.
Right.
And then, like, it was like, it does something to your mouth to where, like, the rum doesn't have that, like, burn. It's more of a smooth.
I would say it smooths everything out.
Yeah. Like the burns in the cigar there at the first. Like, those first like 5, 6, 10 hits, whatever, whoever you are. And then, then it's like just settles in.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, man, I get it. I get it. It's like weed,
Yeah.
You're like, do I power hit it? And you're like, no, dude, don't do it. You're like, man, I just want to get fucking high. You're like, just hit it and trust me, it'll happen.
Yeah, you can never
If
hang
you
out.
wait, if you wait on it, it'll happen. If you don't wait on it, you're spinning.
Exactly. By the way, there's 22 countries on the 20th parallel.
That's beautiful.
And I'll be completely honest. I would absolutely love to just hit up all these places and get a cigar from them.
Well, think about it. Like, we could start a club, you know.
Every year we go to one of these places.
Yeah. Or we get somebody that just totally sponsors us where, you know, we're going there and we're visiting the factories, taking
Almost do like a food.
videos.
I was gonna say almost like a Food Network, but for cigars.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we're pairing, you know, rum or a bourbon or, you know, some local
I was gonna
alcohol
say,
with
yeah,
it.
we're doing the local alcohol with the local. Oh my gosh, you know how badass that would be?
Yeah. It'd be badass and so much fun,
I'll
you
be
know.
honest. Some of these places, you can. It's that quick line of resort to third world, real quick.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is, you know,
We can hit real
you
shit
get you
on here.
oh yeah. You get into some places that are gonna be a little dicey.
That'd be great.
But how many cigar aficionados out there are there? Like,
Oh,
so many.
so many. And to find like a new craze, because everyone's always trying to find like a trend or something like that.
That's the thing. You're the key to it. You're the millennial.
Yeah.
I'm the rider now. You know what I'm saying? We would put you out front and, you know, you would be the introduction. You would be like, you know, this is where it's at. You know,
Right.
no cigar of the month club. You know, these are for people that's made it.
I would totally be down to try this out.
It's like me being in Hilo and the view I have. You know what I'm saying? How
Mm-hmm.
beautiful is the view? It's great. I'm right on the fucking Pacific Ocean. Everything is so beautiful, but it's a hellhole. You know, it's just a shit show.
Right. You turn the corner, then you'll see a crack addict or something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got great cigars. You got great rum.
That'd be crazy. That'd be a very interesting show because like you can you can disguise it almost as like a Food Network kind of thing, but then also you can point out some real shit.
Hell, you could pair the cigar with the with the food. You
Do a
know,
whole do a whole thing about the country like, yeah, everyone's got their rough edges, but we always got to enjoy the small things. And that's a good cigar with a good meal in your local town. Blah blah blah.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, I would damn. I gotta write.
oh
I
yeah,
gotta. I gotta write this down. I'm glad we're recording this shit because, like, I hope someone does it, or if I get going on some shit, I would love to do it.
yeah.
Be
You
sick
want
as
to quit smoking? You know, enjoy a cigar. You know,
yeah.
join a cigar club. You know, I've had good friends that have quit smoking because of cigars. By the
Yeah.
way,
And cigars are actually not that bad for you. It's tobacco. It's just straight up tobacco. That's all.
yeah. Anybody that smokes straight up tobacco has lived for years.
It is
By the
true.
way, everybody, good, wholesome, homegrown tobacco. It's,
Yeah.
people live into their 90s, 80s, 75. You know, you're dealing with other shit in your body. You're not dealing with the smoke that you're inhaling.
Mm.
You know, you're dealing with the outside forces of diet, environment, how you treat yourself, how much
Yeah.
exercise you get, all that kind of stuff. You know, and if you got that going on, or even if you don't, smoke a cigar. Enjoy it.
Yeah. And it's like it's one of those things where since it doesn't really have too much of a addicting property. It just has that hobby part of it. It's just purely for enjoyment.
Yeah, it really is.
Like it's one of those rare things where you can really, really enjoy it, but you can never be too into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not something where you're going out on your lunch break and
Trying to knock
fire.
you guys give me a second, or not even give me a second. Hey, can you guys give me like 5 hours so I can knock back this cigar? Fuck, dude.
I'm gonna take a little rum and cigar break. I'll see you guys in about 3 hours.
Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like I know people that like when you're planning and drink night, like your whole day's planned.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable evening.
Yeah, it's like, especially
You're
when you
not
get to hang
there to
out with
get.
people and do it.
Yeah, you're not there to get like completely blistered.
No, and
You know.
I'll be completely honest too. And like this is not like this just like adds on to the factor. This is like the cherry on top. You kind of feel like a fucking boss.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging back with hanging back 2 rocks and a solid drink that you like, knocking back a stogie. Yeah, talking with your mates.
Yeah. Like when I like shit when I bought it, it's a $13 cigar. When I bought it, like I was
Right.
walking down the street like I was somebody.
Yeah. It's like shit. I want to put some rings on my finger and just walk like a boss right now.
Yeah, like when I walked out, man, I unwrapped it and was smelling it and as I was walking down the street, you know, everybody was looking at me and I was like, what's up? And
It's like, damn, this guy like owns a business or something.
yeah, like I just wasn't feeling bad about it,
No.
you know. It's a good smoke.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. We're
I'm
gonna have a good time.
I'm so
I
fucking
know how we
excited.
are. We are gonna have a great time out here.
Oh my goodness. And what's great about it is like, yeah, what was it? For this, like for what we're doing now, I would actually just really like it to stay as a vocal premise. You know what I mean? I never want to have it on the fact where we're doing video or anything. I feel like that takes it to a scale that doesn't fit us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're storytellers. We're not so much visual people. Like even when we're talking to someone face to face, we're like, don't look at me, look at my hand gestures. Let me build up a story around you and shit like that.
Yeah. Let me let you feel good.
Exactly.
You know.
And I've always enjoyed those formats where it really is like a good video, not a good video, but a good audio setting because of the fact it lets your brain imagine things. It lets your brain get adjusted and get more comfortable. I've always, what was
Like
it?
NPR.
Fuck yeah. Sweaty. But it's like the whole factor, what was it? I've always been the person where like I never really liked face reveals, or I never liked like when someone like goes into a different format and stuff like that. I've always hated that. Not hated, but like just I never really liked it because it was always something where it's just like it's like the whole going from the book and then watching the movie and the movie's fucking up some things, and it's just like it's just not the same.
Yeah. I got something to tell you too. Like off.
After,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you. I just say if you're good now, I think we're good. I think we got our shit done.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's more shit.
There's always more shit.
There is always more shit.
Oh yeah, this could like we'll have to have some episodes where they just go up to like 5 hours.
I love you.
I love you too.
Is that how we're ending?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to love your fellow man.
Stand by your man.
Man. You know, we should end it with Blues Brothers.